As I sank into the plush embrace of the couch, the vibrant colors of the cartoon flickered on the screen, wrapping me in a cocoon of comfort. Suddenly, the door creaked open, and my mother, Elle, stepped into the room, her presence shifting the atmosphere with an unspoken tension. Her arrival was a seismic event, altering the very fabric of the atmosphere and commanding instant focus. "Luna, you have to stop watching TV as if you're still a child," she said, her voice laced with irritation and an undercurrent of something deeper that I couldn't quite grasp. "The moment has come to embrace the responsibilities of adulthood." Before I could utter a word, her hand found its way to me, a touch that sent a jolt through my senses, leaving me both startled and bewildered. The room pulsed with the flickering glow of the TV, shadows swirling and twisting in a haunting ballet around us. These shows had always been my sanctuary, a portal to realms where conflicts unraveled in mere moments and joy lingered just a scene away. As I sank into my familiar spot on the couch, cocooned in a blanket, my gaze flickered between the screen and the swirling thoughts of school, friends, and the relentless tide of teenage worries that tugged at my mind. The show hung in the balance, teetering on the edge of a breathtaking climax. The characters found themselves in a chaotic frenzy as the sound of her footsteps echoed through the air. Lena's approach was a bold declaration, a thunderous entrance that demanded attention. Her presence was magnetic, drawing the gaze of everyone around her. I glanced upward, bracing myself for her familiar barrage of critiques about my entertainment choices, or yet another reminder about the homework and chores that loomed over me like a dark cloud. Yet, this time, her expression held a weight that was unmistakably different. Fierce, with an air of relentless pursuit, she lingered in the shadows, her silhouette stark against the glow spilling from the hallway. Her face was a canvas of fierce determination, intertwined with an elusive emotion that left me intrigued. "Luna," she said, her voice slicing through the laughter emanating from the TV. "It's time to break free from the chains of childhood entertainment and embrace a more mature perspective." Her words hit me like a jolt of icy water, yanking me from the warm embrace of my sanctuary. I opened my mouth to argue, to defend my way of unwinding, but the words caught in my throat as she stepped closer, the tension thickening in the air. The atmosphere thickened, pulsating with an intensity I had never experienced from her before. She had always been the enforcer, the one who echoed the weight of my obligations in every moment. Yet, this was unlike anything else. Her voice carried an unmistakable edge, a commanding authority that transcended the typical parental directives. "It's time to act like an adult," she continued, her voice shifting to a blend of coaxing warmth and firm insistence. A shiver ran down my spine, a dawning awareness that this conversation was veering into uncharted waters. My heart began to race, not from the dread of a lecture, but from an electrifying sense of anticipation, a whisper that something was on the brink of transformation. Then, without a moment's notice, her hand found its way to me. It was a touch that held purpose, a connection that ran deeper, igniting a spark of intimacy that lingered in the air. It began at my thigh, the heat of her hand pressing against my leggings, igniting a surge of electricity within me. A sharp breath escaped my lips, caught between astonishment and bewilderment, my muscles coiling tight as I struggled to unravel the chaos unfolding before me. "Mom, what are you up to?" I struggled to find my words, my voice trembling with confusion and mounting dread. Her touch glided over him, carving a route that ignited a sense of danger and exhilaration. Her grip tightened around mine, not to control, but to steady me, like she'd done when I learned to ride a bike. But this time, it wasn't scraped knees she feared, but the chasm between who I was and who she needed me to be, a silent assertion of ownership. The walls closed in, the TV's cheerful chatter becoming a haunting backdrop, a stark contrast to the palpable tension that thickened the air around us. Her touch transcended the mere physical. It was a bold declaration, a defiance against the roles we had always accepted. A wave of emotions crashed over me, shock, curiosity, and a shadowy undercurrent of something I had never dared to confront before. She responded not with words, but through her actions. Her hand moved with deliberate intent, rising to my face, compelling me to inhale its scent. The aroma enveloped her senses, a heady blend of intimacy and forbidden allure. The aroma enveloped me, a haunting whisper of distant lands I had yet to explore, of adventures that danced just beyond the edge of my imagination. The scent pierced the air, intimate and unmistakable, forging an unbreakable link to her essence. At that moment, it felt as though she was drawing me into an entirely new realm of our relationship, where the lines that once defined us were not merely blurred, but utterly transformed. My senses spun wildly, while my mind struggled to keep pace with the frantic responses of my body. This was not merely an attempt to prevent me from indulging in television. It delved into realms far more profound, far more illicit. In that instant, my mother was not merely confronting my habits. She was daring to unravel the very essence of our familial roles. The air around us crackled with unspoken tension, heavy with the weight of her actions and the silent demands she placed upon me. I found myself ensnared in a tumultuous battle between the urge to flee from this unforeseen closeness and an unsettling, yet tantalizing, curiosity about the path that lay ahead. The room lay in a heavy silence, the flickering images of the TV show fading into oblivion, as if the outside world had vanished, leaving only this moment suspended in time. Nothing else existed in that moment, just her, me, and the threshold we were on the brink of crossing. I attempted to retreat, her touch igniting a tempest of bewilderment within me. "Mom, what are you up to?" I inquired, my voice quaking with a blend of dread and confusion. Without uttering a single word, she responded through her actions, her hand gliding with unwavering determination. With a sudden, commanding gesture, she brought her hand to my face, compelling me to inhale its scent. The air was thick with an intoxicating aroma, a blend of her essence, intimate, forbidden, and utterly captivating. The initial shock hit me like a thunderclap, my body instinctively recoiling as my mind struggled to grasp the unfolding chaos. I recoiled, every muscle in my body tightening as I attempted to escape her touch, the weight of the unfolding situation pressing down on me. My heart thundered in my chest, each beat a relentless drum echoing confusion, alarm, and an unnameable sensation that twisted within me. "Mom, this isn't right," I murmured, my voice trembling with uncertainty. The words hung in the air, a desperate plea, a haunting warning, a fragile boundary I fought to uphold. Yet my protest echoed in vain, lost in the silence that followed. Her determination was fierce, surging forward against my protests with an undeniable intensity that filled the air around us. Her hand, lingering with warmth, brushed against my face, the intoxicating scent wrapping around me, drowning my senses in its embrace. It was unmistakably hers, intertwined with an essence that whispered of forbidden realms, of a closeness I had never dared to imagine. A wave of revulsion washed over me, my instincts howling to retreat, to cast aside this violation of my sanctuary, this audacious defiance of our established boundaries. But Lana stood her ground, her fingers softly yet firmly pressing against my cheek, coaxing me to inhale the scent of her hand. "Smell it, Luna," she urged, her voice a commanding whisper that danced on the edge of my perception, daring me to confront the boundaries of normalcy and acceptability. Her voice carried a note, a whisper of something that could be desire. Or maybe it was merely my imagination, spiraling in the wake of this unforeseen closeness. The walls of the room loomed closer, the air heavy with the intoxicating scent and the palpable tension of what we were about to do. I was ensnared, caught in the web of my mother's comforting presence, and the startling revelation of a side to her I had never known. My mind spun in a tempest of emotions, struggling to reconcile the woman who had nurtured me with this stranger, who was now daring to breach boundaries I had never imagined could be shattered. I fought against it, my head twisting away, a tangible reflection of the turmoil raging within me. My body was coiled tight, every muscle primed for escape, yet a deeper part of me remained tethered by an insatiable curiosity, a bewildering urge to unravel this moment, to delve into the mysteries that lurked beyond this jarring reality. "This isn't what we should be doing," I managed to utter, my voice trembling beneath the crushing weight of my bewilderment. Lana's reply was a silent storm, her hand mirroring my movements, her touch unwavering and electric. She seemed resolute in her quest to shatter my defenses, eager to unveil a deeper dimension of our connection, one where the rules no longer applied, and the boundaries were not merely stretched, but utterly annihilated. The scent enveloped me, a key that turned in a hidden lock, revealing a part of myself I had never dared to explore. Initially, it was a grotesque affront to everything I believed about love and family. Yet, as it persisted, as I involuntarily inhaled its essence, something began to transform within me. A delicate alteration in how I viewed the world. The scent enveloped us, transcending her presence, anchoring us in this moment. It spoke of the forbidden nature of our actions, a palpable tension that crackled in the air, weaving a tapestry of raw, unfiltered intimacy that bound us together. My struggle transcended the physical realm. It was a battle of morals and the very fabric of society itself. All the lessons of right and wrong, the sacred bonds of family, were being put to the test. Yet beneath it all, a flicker of curiosity began to stir, demanding to be explored. The aroma enveloped the air, a tapestry woven with her essence, interlaced with traces of the day's adventures, and beneath it all, a primal musk that stirred both shock and fascination. As I inhaled, the aroma wrapped around me, stirring something deep within, an unexpected reaction igniting my senses. It stirred something deep inside me, a fragment that danced between fear and intrigue. The scent enveloped me, a portal to a deeper comprehension, a fresh perspective on her, and a revelation of my own place in her world. Lena's voice, when she spoke again, wrapped around the room like a gentle breeze. Soothing and tender. "Luna, you must realize that there are hidden corners of your life waiting to be uncovered." Her words floated through the shadows, a haunting melody that beckoned me closer to an unknown truth, one I was torn between fearing and yearning to uncover. A whirlwind of emotions crashed over me. Confusion and guilt tangled with an undeniable spark of curiosity that began to flicker to life. The undeniable taboo of our actions hung in the air, thick with tension. Yet an irresistible allure beckoned us closer. A forbidden fruit we were both daring to taste. Questions surged through my mind, each one more urgent than the last, as I grappled with the weight of this moment's implications. Was this love, or was it a shadowy force? A forbidden connection that society would never dare to embrace. The scent transcended her ownership. It became our clandestine secret, a shared moment where boundaries blurred and lines were crossed. I fought against the urge to look back, desperate to break free from the tangled web of this encounter. Yet every time her hand found mine, gentle yet resolute, demanding this uncharted way of connecting, the room held its breath, the silence thick around us. My own breaths came quick and shallow, a reflection of my astonishment, while hers remained calm and measured, as if she had foreseen this encounter, meticulously orchestrated it. "Breathe it in, Luna," she insisted, her tone laced with authority and the weight of experience. "Embrace this facet of adulthood." She was unveiling a lesson unlike any other, one steeped in desire and control, unraveling the intricate web of human relationships that transcended the straightforward bond of mother and daughter. The scent enveloped me, intertwining with my very breath, transforming into something that transcended her alone, evolving into a shared essence, a testament to the moment we were experiencing together. My initial disgust began to fade, giving way to an intense fascination with this new facet of her, of us. A fierce battle raged inside me, as the voice of reason clashed violently with the burgeoning curiosity that urged me to explore, to challenge the very fabric of my beliefs. The aroma enveloped me like an enchantment, threading through my senses, testing my perceptions, pushing against my limit. The room was thick with tension, as if it were holding its breath, poised for my next move in this intricate ballet of shock and curiosity. At that pivotal moment, each breath I took felt like a daring leap into the unknown, a tantalizing dance with the forbidden that pulsed with undeniable reality. With each breath I took, it wasn't defiance that drove me, but an insatiable, bewildering urge to delve deeper, to uncover the mysteries that lay ahead. This moment held the power to alter the course of my life forever. We were venturing into uncharted territory, a realm where the lines between mother and daughter blurred, where her scent transformed from mere fragrance into a powerful emblem of our intricate, evolving connection. I fought against the urge to comply, my gaze averted as a primal instinct roared within me, warning that this was a perilous path. Yet Lana's voice cut through the air like a blade, firm and unyielding, demanding my attention. "Luna, embrace the beauty of this chapter in your life." Her words wove a captivating enchantment. I cast aside my reluctance. The aroma was at first utterly revolting. Yet, beneath the surface, an enigmatic presence lingered, igniting a spark of intrigue that awakened a deep yearning within me. The walls seemed to constrict around us, the atmosphere heavy with unspoken words, infused with her essence, burdened by the gravity of our choices. My mind was a tempest of emotions, each one battling fiercely for control. A powerful urge surged within me, urging me to flee, to escape this moment and safeguard the purity of our relationship as I had always understood it. Yet, within me stirred an insatiable curiosity, a tantalizing thrill that danced at the fringes of my awareness. My first instinct was to retreat, both in body and in spirit. I averted my gaze, the movement sudden and decisive, a stark declaration of my refusal. "Mom, no, this can't be happening," I pleaded, my voice trembling with the weight of disbelief that hung in the air. The lingering scent of her clung to my nostrils, an unyielding reminder of the perilous boundary we were about to cross. But Lana was unyielding, her hand tracing my every movement, her touch a blend of authority and an unexpected warmth. "You need to understand," she said, her voice laced with a commanding edge and an undercurrent of something thrilling, something that hinted at secrets yet to be unveiled. "There are realms of existence you have yet to explore, sensations that remain untouched, waiting to be discovered." Her words danced around me like an enchanting incantation, seeking to unravel my defenses and dissolve my doubts. The air was thick with a heady blend, a tantalizing fusion of her perfume, the remnants of the day's adventures, and an intimate essence that felt almost sacred, a secret meant to be kept hidden away. As she turned the handle, it felt as though she was unveiling a hidden passage, one that beckoned with whispers of shadows and untold secrets. My body was coiled tight, every muscle primed to escape the suffocating closeness that enveloped me. Yet a part of me was tethered by a bewildering urge to delve into the mysteries that awaited beyond my initial astonishment. I fought back once more, my hands instinctively lifting to push hers aside, my voice quaking with a mix of fear and uncertainty. "This isn't what adulthood means," I insisted, grappling to seize back a shred of control, a flicker of normalcy amidst the chaos. Yet, as I uttered those words, a sense of weakness crept in, my curiosity waging war against my very principles. Lana remained silent, her fingers gently coaxing my face closer to hers, the softness of her touch both inviting and compelling. "Adulthood is about understanding all parts of yourself, Luna," she whispered, her voice thick with the weight of years, laden with secrets and hidden desires that had lingered in the shadows, waiting for this moment to be unveiled. The scent transformed into more than a mere aroma. It became a tale, a vivid narrative of her, of us, unraveling in this very moment. It was a grotesque closeness, a breach of all that I held sacred. Yet an undeniable allure beckoned me closer, a whisper within urging, "What if?" My resolve began to crumble, not from a desire to surrender, but from the intoxicating awareness that each moment of defiance heightened the allure of the scent, the tantalizingly forbidden essence of this encounter. Each effort to break free, to resist, was met with her unwavering direction, her relentless demand that I perceive, that I inhale, that I comprehend. The room hung in a heavy silence, pierced only by the sound of our breaths, mine rapid and erratic, a whirlwind of emotions swirling within me, while hers flowed steady and serene, as if she were expertly steering through this charged moment, guided by a hidden agenda. The air crackled with tension, a sentient force that lingered, poised to pounce on my next decision. My mind spun in a chaotic dance, where the rigid boundaries of societal norms collided violently with the intricate tapestry of this new, bewildering reality. I found myself caught in a whirlwind of conflicting lessons on right and wrong, as the raw, unfiltered experience unfolded before my eyes. The scent enveloped me, a powerful force that beckoned me toward a realm of existence I had never dared to explore. "You're pushing too far," I managed to say, my voice trembling with a blend of fear and an insatiable curiosity that clawed at my insides. The words emerged as a fragile shield, a desperate bid for control, yet with each utterance, I sensed the cracks forming, curiosity seeping through the fissures. Lena's hand was unwavering, her fingers cradling my chin with a gentle yet unyielding grip, anchoring me in this electrifying moment, leaving no room for escape. "Sometimes, Luna, we must push ourselves to truly understand," she murmured, her voice a soft yet compelling challenge, urging me to evolve. The scent enveloped me, intertwining with my very breath, transforming from something that belonged solely to her into a shared essence, a testament to this fleeting moment we were experiencing together. Even as I struggled against its pull, my resistance started to crumble, the scent infiltrating my mind, transforming from a mere thing to reject into an enigma to unravel, a mystery to delve into. With every breath, I edged closer to embracing this intricate new dimension of our relationship. Lana's patience and insistence flowed over me like a powerful river, gradually wearing down my defenses not through force, but with an unyielding, tender persuasion that left me vulnerable and exposed. Her touch was a powerful command and a soothing comfort, leading him deeper into the uncharted territory that lay ahead. A tumult brewed inside me, as the voice of reason battled fiercely against the stirrings of curiosity that urged me to delve deeper, to challenge the very foundations of my beliefs. The aroma enveloped me like an enchantment, threading its way through my senses, pushing the limits of my perceptions and boundaries. With each breath I took, it wasn't defiance that drove me, but an insatiable curiosity, a yearning to unravel the mysteries before me. In that instant, I realized that this moment held the power to transform my entire existence. We were venturing into uncharted territory, where the lines between mother and daughter blurred, and the fragrance that lingered was no longer merely a scent, but a powerful emblem of our intricate, transforming connection. Gradually, the initial revulsion transformed into a flicker of curiosity, which ignited into something deeper and more profound. The scent of her, the essence of what she was compelling me to embrace, transcended mere shock. It became a tantalizing mystery that beckoned me closer. I leaned in, drawn closer, as my resistance dissolved into a quiet acceptance. "Do it again," I whispered, the words escaping my lips before I could rein them in. The intoxicating allure of the forbidden intertwined with a haze of uncertainty. The room enveloped us in a cocoon of silence, the air thick with anticipation, punctuated only by the rhythm of our breaths as we surrendered to this moment of profound change. The scent, once foreign and unsettling, had transformed into a bridge, linking me to hidden facets of myself and our relationship that I had never dared to confront before. As I surrendered to the moment, my body unwound, the tight grip of tension releasing its hold, replaced by an exhilarating wave of curiosity and the thrill of discovery. The air hung heavy with her scent, transforming from a mere assault on my senses into an irresistible invitation, beckoning me to plunge into the depths of this forbidden intimacy. I had battled fiercely, struggling against this inevitable moment with every ounce of my strength, but now, an undeniable change had taken hold. The scent, once a source of revulsion, now unfolded in layers and nuances that resonated with me, pulling at something profound within my soul. It felt as if I had stumbled upon an entirely new hue in a universe I believed I had explored to its fullest. "Do it again," I whispered, the words slipping from my lips before I could pull them back, my voice trembling with a blend of disbelief at my own audacity and a thrilling rush of anticipation. A dormant part of me, long buried beneath the weight of societal norms and familial expectations, stirred to life, its voice rising with fervent desires that could no longer be silenced. Lana's response was swift and instinctive. A smile graced her lips, not born of mockery, but of deep satisfaction, a triumphant declaration of victory. She yielded, her hand gliding through the air once more, the fragrance wrapping around us in a familiar, intimate embrace. This time, I surrendered to the sensation, my curiosity eclipsing the initial wave of revulsion that had washed over me. The scent transcended her presence. It became a palpable essence of the moment, a shared secret that blurred the lines between them. It was a journey into the unknown, a deep dive into the intricate web of human emotions and relationships that defied the ordinary. As I inhaled deeply, a torrent of sensations washed over me, confusion and guilt intertwined with an exhilarating thrill that coursed through my veins. A hidden part of me, one I had long kept in the shadows, stirred with a thrilling curiosity about this act, this daring venture into the forbidden. My mind became a battleground, where the familiar codes of right and wrong collided violently with a burgeoning shadowy curiosity. As I shut my eyes, the intoxicating scent enveloped me, drawing me away from the jarring reality and into a world where touch, aroma, and feeling danced together in a mesmerizing embrace. It felt as though one had crossed the threshold into a vivid dreamscape, a realm where the ordinary laws of existence faded away, and the once taboo became not only permissible, but irresistibly alluring. Lana's voice floated through the air like a gentle breeze, inviting a deeper connection and fostering understanding. "That's it, Luna. Embrace it," she urged, her voice enveloping me like a warm embrace. This transcended mere physical sensations. It was a journey into the depths of emotional boundaries, a quest to redefine the very essence of our bond. A thrilling surge of power coursed through me as I embraced this submission, this acceptance of the forbidden. It felt as though I was seizing power in the very act of surrender, delving into this uncharted dimension of our connection. The scent enveloped me, weaving itself into my very being, a haunting reminder of this moment that would irrevocably change my perception of her. More, I found myself whispering, the word a tantalizing blend of desire, curiosity, and acceptance that hung in the air like a promise waiting to be fulfilled. It was a plea, a silent recognition of my yearning to plunge into the depths, to unravel the mysteries of this concealed, forbidden aspect of our existence. Lana's touch ignited a spark within me, a blend of the known and the unknown. Her hand moved with intent, leading me deeper into this uncharted territory of sensation. Every movement unfolded like a lesson, drawing me deeper into this newfound realm of intimacy, control, and submission. The room enveloped us like a sanctuary, a hidden realm where our secret thrived, allowing us to delve into the depths of our desires without fear of judgment. The aroma transformed into something far greater than mere fragrance. It became a powerful emblem, a living testament to our connection, to the adventure that lay ahead of us, waiting to unfold. It was a journey of transformation, a quest for comprehension, a tale of love, woven in its most intricate and taboo essence. As I inhaled deeply, the scent enveloped me, intertwining with the essence of our evolving bond. In that moment, I sensed a profound connection, a love enriched by this newfound intimacy. I felt the weight of this acceptance, this profound understanding, settling deep within me, ready to shape my journey ahead. It was a connection ignited by the flames of curiosity and longing, a hidden truth that would entwine our fates more tightly than ever. It was a moment that shifted everything, a profound connection that transformed my understanding of companionship and love, forever changing the dynamics of our lives intertwined. The night unfolded, and with every breath, every heartbeat, I sensed the acceptance weaving itself deeper into the fabric of my being. This transcended mere physicality. It was a profound exploration of our bond, a testament to the extraordinary measures we would take to truly grasp one another, to love in ways that shattered conventions. The air hung heavy with her lingering scent, yet a tranquil calm enveloped us, a quiet understanding that we had crossed into uncharted realms of our connection. A weight settled upon me, a profound duty that extended beyond mere physical care. It was about cultivating this connection, this intricate understanding that had evolved into something deeper, more intricate than I had ever anticipated. As I lay there, the lingering scent on my lips, a realization washed over me. This was not the end, but rather a beginning. Embracing what had transpired and understanding its significance for us was the crucial first step in charting the course of this new chapter. I would cherish her, shield her from the world, and devote myself to her joy, even if it meant bearing this hidden truth, this extraordinary bond, deep within my heart for all eternity. Our story unfolded like a tapestry woven with threads of companionship, venturing into the depths of a bond that defied the ordinary. In this realm, love was not merely a word. It was an essence, defined by the warmth of care, the solace of comfort, and an unspoken vow to stand by one another through every storm. Lana's response was swift, her movements a captivating blend of power and longing. We shifted from the couch to the floor, the glow of the TV fading into oblivion, the outside world slipping away, leaving only our intimate bubble. We were only our intimate bubble. The intimacy enveloped us like a shroud, a forbidden dance that pulled us deeper into a world where we became characters in a story we never should have written. In the hushed stillness of our living room, a revelation unfolded, both shocking and liberating. It hung in the air like a charged whisper, ready to change everything. The shift from defiance to embrace had flung wide a door we could never shut, nor did we desire to. The atmosphere in the room had shifted, crackling with an intensity that ignited both excitement and dread. The TV, once a mere backdrop to our lives, now stood as a silent witness to this unfolding intimate dance. Lena's touch transcended mere guidance. It became an expedition into uncharted realms of our connection. She edged nearer, her aura a blend of solace and authority. A shiver raced down my spine, ignited not by the chill in the air, but by the electric anticipation of what lay ahead. Her hands, a paradox of gentleness and strength, guided me down from the couch, the soft carpet welcoming me like a hidden sanctuary beneath us. The floor sent a chill through my skin, a sharp reminder of the intensity swirling around us, the burning sensation of her touch igniting every nerve in my body. With every calculated movement, she ventured deeper into the heart of their shared intimacy. "Release your grip, Luna. Explore with me," she whispered, her voice weaving a spell of authority and comfort. My heart raced, a wild drum beat echoing in my chest, fueled not only by the intensity of the moment, but by the tempest of emotions it unleashed within me. A flicker of hesitation ignited within me, urging me to halt, to re-establish the fragile borders that defined our connection. Yet, another part of her, the part that had long been deprived of touch and understanding, surrendered to the intensity of this moment. Her touch became a compass in this unfamiliar landscape, every caress a silent inquiry, and my every response a whispered revelation. The walls closed in, the outside world fading into oblivion, as we lost ourselves in the intensity of the moment. Lana's hands flowed with an instinctive grace, weaving a tapestry of movement that felt both illicit and electrifying, as our bodies engaged in a dance that ignited a thrilling spark between us. The warmth of her body enveloped me, her familiar scent now electrified, with a newfound intimacy that ignited the air around us. With every touch, we ventured deeper, leaving behind the familiar contours of our mother-daughter bond, and stepping into a realm of complexity that was both thrilling and unsettling. The act unfolded with a raw intimacy that was both startling and exquisite, a hidden truth revealed in the hushed refuge of our living room. Lana's breath caressed my skin, her whispers intertwining with both encouragement and a simmering desire. "Feel this, Luna. Feel us," she murmured. And with each word, I sensed the walls of our relationship crumbling, giving way to something raw, something primal. Her touch ignited a fire within me, a tantalizing blend of solace and defiance, connecting the love I had always cherished with this daring, uncharted territory it was now exploring. The intimacy transcended mere physicality. It was a profound emotional bond, a silent agreement that we were entwining our souls in a way that would irrevocably shift the very foundation of our relationship. Her breath brushed against me, warm and inviting, igniting a spark of emotion that wove an unbreakable connection between us, defying the boundaries of what was deemed acceptable. In that fleeting moment, I gazed at her, truly gazed, perceiving not merely my mother but a woman yearning for connection, striving to bridge an aching emptiness within her. Her eyes sparkled with a blend of exhilaration and trepidation, a dance of affection intertwined with the stark awareness of our actions. In her eyes I discovered the raw truth of this moment, the profound depths of the journey we were embarking on together. In her intentions I saw a glimmer of innocence, a raw yearning to connect, to be wanted, even if her approach was tangled and flawed. As her fingers brushed against my skin, I felt an electric pulse surge through me. My body instinctively swayed with hers, driven not by mere attraction, but by an urgent yearning for connection, a desperate hunger for love in whatever shape it might manifest. The moment unfolded with a closeness that was both shocking and breathtaking. In that instant I sensed her yearning, the solace she found in my company. It was a revelation that pierced through the layers of familiarity, transforming Lana from merely my mother into a figure of deep emotional complexity, as human and vulnerable as anyone I had ever known. As we pressed on, the room felt as if it were holding its breath, the outside world fading into oblivion. In that fleeting moment, a profound closeness enveloped us, an unspoken understanding that twisted the very fabric of right and wrong. The boundaries of mother and daughter faded, overshadowed by the undeniable strength of our bond. An uncanny feeling of belonging enveloped her, a deep connection to a role as old as time, woven into the very fabric of existence, a vital thread in the endless cycle of nurture and solace. A profound sense of purpose washed over me, an undeniable pull to be her anchor in a storm, to offer her something that transcended the ordinary bounds of connection. I breathed soft words of solace and affection into the air, not merely for her benefit but to weave a deeper connection between us, to fortify the fragile thread that tied our hearts together. "It's okay, Lana. I'm here for you," I murmured, my voice a gentle lullaby that filled the stillness of the room. A tender reminder that this moment was forged from love, from an unyielding desire to be near, to support one another through thick shadows. The act unfolded with a rawness that was laced with an intimacy, evoking a blend of shock and beauty that lingered in the air. In that instant, I sensed her yearning, the solace she found in my company. It was a profound awakening, a fleeting moment where Lana transformed before my eyes, not merely my mother, but a woman in search of love, craving understanding in ways I had never dared to imagine. As the shadows lengthened, and the night wrapped around me like a thick cloak, I found myself pondering the weight of this acceptance and what it truly signified. This moment was merely a flicker in the vast expanse of time, a prelude to the days, weeks, and months that lay ahead, each one brimming with potential and uncertainty. What impact would this have on the way we connect with one another each day? How could I possibly align this with my own understanding of right and wrong? The questions swirled around like a tempest. Yet amidst the chaos, a profound tranquility settled in. It was the quiet strength of a decision forged in love, illuminating the shadows that once loomed large. Lana's touch ignited a spark, weaving comfort and electricity into a single, unforgettable sensation. Her body pressed close to mine, radiating warmth, her breath a tantalizing heat against my skin. The rhythmic sounds of our breaths echoed in the dimly lit room, a powerful testament to the deep connection weaving between us. This transcended mere lust. It was a primal urge, a deep-seated need for solace, a raw expression of love stripped down to its essence. The room lay in a heavy silence, punctuated solely by the rhythm of our breaths, each inhale and exhale echoing the intricate tapestry of our connection. The silence enveloped us, a thick shroud that muffled the outside world, erasing any trace of the rules we dared to defy. In this shroud of darkness, our choices belonged solely to us. A clandestine bond that would forever entwine our fates in ways we could never unravel. A connection stirred within me, transcending the ordinary mother-daughter bond, plunging into shadows that were darker, more primal, yet undeniably tangible. The intimacy transcended mere physicality. It delved deep into emotional connection, a sanctuary found within the embrace of someone who cherished me, even as that love morphed into something forbidden. The room, once a private sanctuary, now lay bare, the air thick with an unsettling tension that crackled like electricity. A whirlwind of emotions surged within me. Fear gripped my heart, embarrassment flushed my cheeks, guilt weighed heavily on my conscience, yet an intoxicating thrill coursed through my veins, igniting a spark of excitement in the midst of this forbidden act. Lana and I stood motionless, our bodies intertwined, breaths suspended in the charged silence around us. The silence enveloped us, a suffocating blanket, pierced only by the ragged breaths we took, and the haunting echo of Ethan's disbelief. His eyes widened, flickering between us, desperately seeking to comprehend the chaos unfolding before him. His eyes betrayed a fierce conflict, a battle raging between the primal urge to escape and the tantalizing pull of the unknown that lay before him. His presence loomed like a shadow over our intimate moment, a stark reminder of the unforgiving world beyond, a world that would never comprehend, never embrace the bond that had formed between Lana and me. Lana was the first to stir, her body inching away from mine with a deliberate slowness. Every movement she made was deliberate, wrapped in an air of caution, as if guarding something precious. She sat up, her expression transforming from warmth to a steely resolve, radiating an air of control and composure. "Ethan," she declared, her voice unwavering, as she fought to regain control over the unfolding chaos. Ethan's initial shock morphed into a simmering anger, or perhaps it was merely the haze of confusion that clouded his thoughts. "What are you up to?" he demanded, his voice escalating, seeking an explanation or justification for the shocking sight before him. A powerful wave of protectiveness washed over me, not solely for my own sake, but for the intricate and evolving connection that was forming between Lana and me. I rose to a sitting position, the chill of the floor biting into my skin, a harsh reminder of the distance we had traveled from the familiar comforts of normalcy. "Ethan," I began, my voice quivering as the burden of our hidden truth pressed down on me. Just as I was about to delve deeper, to weave my thoughts into a coherent narrative, Lana seized the moment. "This isn't what it looks like," she said, her voice trembling, but the weight of her words hung in the air, overshadowed by the stark truth of the moment. We ventured into the unknown. Ethan's laugh pierced the air, a jarring blend of shock and disbelief that echoed in the silence. "Venturing into the unknown? This is not merely a science experiment, Mom. This is a profound injustice that cuts deep in countless ways." His words sliced through the fragile intimacy we had just woven, dragging us back into the unforgiving glare of societal expectations. The room seemed to constrict around us, the walls pressing in, heavy with the burden of our choices and the piercing gaze of his judgment. Ethan stood before us, a living testament to the harsh truths of our existence, a figure embodying the judgment and condemnation that loomed over us all. Yet, it was more than just a challenge. It was a pivotal moment for our family, a chance to reshape our identity. We stood at the crossroads of a new and intricate landscape, poised to either forge a stronger bond or crumble beneath the pressures of societal expectations. As we lingered in the charged silence, the weight of unspoken words hung heavily in the air, and I realized that the moment had come for us to confront the truth. In this pivotal moment, we stood at the crossroads, grappling with the weight of a secret that could either shatter us or ignite the spark of a new beginning. Something entirely unforeseen. The door swung wide, both in reality and in the depths of our minds, presenting us with a pivotal choice that would shape our path ahead. Bound by fate or destined to wander alone. My gaze locked onto him, a whirlwind of embarrassment swirling within me. Yet an exhilarating thrill pulsed just beneath the surface. In that fleeting instant, a heartbeat suspended in time, the possibility of transformation hung in the air, a whisper of hope that the world might reclaim its lost normalcy. Instead, I heard myself uttering the words, "Join us, Ethan." It beckoned like a siren's call, drawing him, and all of us, into the depths of uncharted territory, a daring challenge to unravel the mysteries of this new dynamic. The air crackled with tension, the silence that followed Ethan's exclamation lingering like a storm cloud, heavy and foreboding. His presence transformed our once private sanctuary into a battleground, or maybe something far more complex. His eyes were a storm, swirling with shock, anger, and insatiable curiosity that begged to be unleashed. My heart pounded fiercely, not merely from the jolt of being discovered, but from the dawning awareness of the perilous path I was about to tread, the audacious proposal I was on the brink of making. The words tumbled from my lips, a rush of sound that I couldn't quite comprehend, their weight heavy with unforeseen consequences. The room was thick with tension, the invitation lingering in the atmosphere like a challenge waiting to be accepted. It felt like I had thrown a stone into a tranquil pond, eagerly observing the ripples, anticipating whether they would fade away or expand endlessly. My voice was barely a whisper, yet the words bore the heavy burden of our secret, now threatening to stretch and envelop another. Ethan's reaction hung in the air, a palpable tension enveloping him as he stood frozen, his eyes darting between Lana and me. He wrestled with the dissonance of what he had witnessed and the impossible choice laid before him. His initial shock twisted into a deeper emotion, a swirl of confusion mingling with a spark of intrigue. His eyes darted back to mine, probing for any hint that this was merely a fleeting lapse of reason. Yet what lay before him was not just a glimpse of my determination, but a tantalizing glimpse into a world of wonder, a beckoning that promised to change everything, forever etched in his memory should he dare to embrace it. I watched as he swallowed, his Adam's apple rising and falling in the flickering shadows, a tangible manifestation of the turmoil brewing within him. His hands balled into fists, and then relaxed, a silent struggle raging inside him. Was he truly contemplating it? Was he grappling with the weight of shame and taboo, pitted against the seductive pull of the forbidden? Lana's voice sliced through the stillness, a low and compelling whisper that beckoned attention. Only the two of us remain, Ethan. Without judgment, only the thrill of discovery awaits. Her words flowed like a haunting melody, easing the shock that gripped him, drawing him deeper into the intricate tapestry of our connection. Her hand extended, not for contact, but as an invitation, a silent declaration that this was his decision, his pivotal moment, to either step forward or retreat into the shadows. Ethan's gaze flickered from her hand to mine, his eyes searching for a glimmer of reassurance, a hint that this chaos wasn't just a figment of our unraveling minds. I nodded slightly, a storm of emotions raging within me, yet my intent remained unwavering. "It's okay," I whispered, my voice trembling with both encouragement and desperation. United, we faced the storm ahead. The invitation pulsed with significance, a testament to our connection, our family, now on the brink of transformation, shadowed by the weight of the secret lurking beneath the surface. It was a journey into the depths of our hearts, where trust and understanding intertwined, forging a bond that society would shun. Yet, in the shadows of judgment, we dared to redefine it as love, raw and unorthodox, a force that transcended the ordinary. The room fell into a heavy silence, yet it thrummed with the electric potential of what lay ahead, the tantalizing promise of new connections waiting to be forged. A surge of exhilaration coursed through me, igniting a thrilling anticipation at the thought of this evolving into something more than a mere secret shared by two. It could become a profound connection among three. "Join us," I urged again, my voice steady and resolute, my gaze piercing into his. This was more than mere attraction. It was an invitation to embark on a profound journey, a quest for understanding, and a love that defied all boundaries. Ethan's nod was subtle, nearly undetectable, yet it held weight. A quiet pact to embark on this uncharted journey alongside us. His grip on Lana's hand intensified, and a whirlwind of emotions coursed through me. Relief, excitement, and an overwhelming weight of responsibility settled heavily on my shoulders. We stood on the brink of the unknown, ready to plunge into uncharted waters, with no possibility of retreat from this moment. The invitation had been accepted, and with it, our family dynamic transformed into an intricate web of emotions, a labyrinth of connections that would irrevocably change the very essence of our relationships. We stood there, the three of us, on the edge of a thrilling new connection, poised to delve into the profound and exhilarating possibilities of love unshackled from the chains of convention. Ethan stood frozen, his eyes wide with a mix of fear and intrigue, his body caught in a dance between retreat and an insatiable curiosity. Lana, feeling the tension in the air, edged nearer to him, her voice a gentle whisper that wrapped around his senses like a silken thread. Lana stood as a lighthouse amidst the tempest, her very essence radiating warmth and authority. She glided through the room, each step a testament to the strength of her words, the magnetic pull of her very being. "Ethan," she whispered, her voice wrapping around him like a soft embrace. "This is a journey into the depths of love, exploring its boundless possibilities beyond the confines of expectation." Her words resonated like a thunderclap, not merely an invitation, but a daring challenge that shook the very foundations of his understanding of family, love, and the limits he thought he knew. I could see it in his eyes, the flicker of interest waging war against the deep-rooted societal norms that howled in protest against this act. A wave of protectiveness washed over me, not merely for the secret that bound Lana and me, but for this pivotal moment that hung in the balance. Our family stood at a crossroads, teetering on the edge of fracture beneath the burden of this revelation, or poised to evolve into something entirely new, something uncharted. I edged a bit nearer, my voice intertwining with Lena's in this intricate ballet of persuasion. "We're not asking you to become someone else, Ethan. We invite you to delve into the possibilities of who we might become as one." The air in the room crackled with tension, a heavy force that enveloped us, making every breath feel like a struggle against its weight. Ethan's hands hung at his sides, his fists slowly unfurling, a telltale sign that his once steely resolve was beginning to falter. His breathing was deep and measured. Each inhale a deliberate effort to ground himself in the present, to summon clarity from the swirling chaos around him as he prepared to make a pivotal decision. As I held his gaze, I felt the warmth in his eyes, a silent plea for reassurance. It was more than just crossing a line. It was an invitation to venture into a deeper, uncharted territory of connection. I offered him a faint, yet encouraging smile, my heart racing with a blend of fear and exhilaration at the audacious proposal we were about to embark on. Lana reached out once more, her hand suspended just above his, a tantalizing gesture that lingered in the air, an unspoken invitation pulsing with possibility. Only you and I must carry this secret, Ethan. It's only the two of us in this moment. Now, she whispered, her voice heavy with the burden of secrets, steeped in the intimacy of shared experience. Ethan's gaze was drawn to her hand, the weight of its meaning heavy in the air between them. The choice lay heavy in his hands, a pivotal moment that could alter everything. He stood at the precipice, the choice before him pulsing with intensity. He could embrace this new world alongside us, or he could retreat, clinging to the familiar confines of his past. His breath caught in his throat, a telltale sign of the fierce struggle within him, teetering on the edge of resolution. He gazed at me once more, his face a canvas of inquiry, a deep well of unspoken questions. I nodded, my eyes sparkling with curiosity, a silent invitation to embark on this journey, side by side. Curiosity is a natural instinct, I reassured them. My voice, a soft whisper, sought to close the chasm between him and the weight of this choice. The air in the room was thick with tension, as if the very walls were poised in anticipation of Ethan's next move. Time seemed to hang in the air, each second elongated, granting him the precious moment to confront this life-altering choice. Then, in a moment that felt suspended in time, Ethan's hand shifted ever so slightly, his fingers grazing Lena's, a fleeting connection that conveyed a world of unspoken emotions. It was more than mere acceptance. It was a daring plunge into the abyss of uncertainty. His touch lingered uncertainly at first, a question cloaked in a gentle caress, but soon it transformed into something resolute, a wordless pact to embark on this adventure together. Lana's smile radiated triumph, not against Ethan, but alongside him, for him. It was a smile that whispered a warm welcome, unspoken yet profoundly felt. With a tender grip, she drew him nearer, not merely in body, but into the depths of a newfound connection that transcended the ordinary. A whirlwind of emotions surged within me. Relief washed over me, a thrilling rush of the forbidden ignited my senses, and an overwhelming sense of wonder enveloped me as I contemplated how this moment would forever alter our lives. Ethan's advance was more than mere physical movement. It was a profound leap into emotional and psychological intimacy, a bold expansion of our circle in ways we had never dared to envision. Ethan's voice floated through the air, delicate and hushed, like a secret waiting to be uncovered. As he spoke, his voice trembled, each word hanging in the air like a fragile thread ready to snap. I don't understand this, he murmured, his voice fading into the silence. His emotions swirled within him, a tempest of uncertainty evident in his hesitation, yet his actions thundered with a clarity that drowned out any words he might have uttered. His body language transformed from a defensive withdrawal to a tentative yet curious exploration. Feeling the weight of the moment, Lena's voice emerged, rich with empathy and insight. There's no need to grasp every detail at this moment, Ethan. What truly matters is that we stand united, ready to embark on a journey of discovery and growth. The room pulsed with a new energy, thick with shared anticipation, where curiosity intertwined seamlessly with the warm embrace of family bonds. We had transcended the roles of mere siblings and mother and children. We ventured into a realm shrouded in mystery, tethered by our daring act, our hidden truth. With determination etched on his face, Ethan pressed forward, each step resonating with purpose. The room, once a battleground of shock and confrontation, now transformed into a sanctuary brimming with possibilities, where the rigid norms of the outside world faded into oblivion. We stumbled into uncharted territory, where love and duty tangled like vines, each of us grasping for a way to reconcile what we felt with what we knew was right. His decision hung in the air, a tangible force that altered the very atmosphere surrounding us. Lana's hand, firmly clasping his, served as a beacon, a connection to the uncharted realm we were on the brink of exploring together. A wave of emotions crashed over me, excitement mingled with fear, a deep sense of unity enveloped me, and an intense connection pulsed through the air. Here we stood, on the brink of transforming our family, ready to delve into a connection that society would never accept, yet one we were determined to cherish. Ethan's presence infused the intimacy with a vibrant energy, transforming it into a living, breathing entity, constantly shifting and growing. Lana's gaze locked onto mine, a wordless recognition of the unfolding events, of the adventure that awaited us all. She then turned to Ethan, her gaze soft yet filled with an unspoken depth of understanding. With a whisper that danced between invitation and reassurance, she beckoned him to join us, guiding him down into our midst. The floor transformed into a canvas, alive with the intricate brushstrokes of a newfound intimacy. Ethan moved with a palpable hesitation, each step echoing the turmoil within him, as curiosity clashed fiercely with the weight of years spent adhering to societal expectations. Yet, as he approached, the closeness of our bodies began to melt away the lingering hesitation, igniting a thrilling sense of exploration between us. The room lay in hushed stillness, our breaths intertwining, creating a rhythm that pulsed with the intensity of our shared connection. The air was thick with the intoxicating scent of intimacy, a once private bond between Lana and me that now enveloped Ethan, drawing us all into this tantalizingly forbidden embrace. The air hung heavy with unspoken promises, a silent accomplice to our hidden connection, our shared secret. Lana led Ethan, her fingers weaving through the air, binding us together in an unbreakable circle of connection. Her hands danced with purpose, blending warmth and authority, guiding us through the uncharted waters of this new dynamic. "Feel this," she urged, her voice a gentle yet insistent whisper. "Feel us together. Feel us together." I observed as Ethan's initial unease transformed into a flicker of curiosity, his gaze locking onto mine, searching for comprehension, or maybe even a hint of absolution, for venturing into this uncharted realm. I nodded, a whirlwind of encouragement and curiosity swirling within me. "It's okay," I whispered, my voice weaving a delicate thread between his uncertainty and the warmth of acceptance. In unison, we advanced, our movements a captivating choreography of discovery, unraveling the essence of connection in this uncharted territory. Lana was our guide, her touch a blend of the familiar and the unknown, leading us deeper into this unfolding experience. Every movement was intentional, every touch a revelation in this uncharted realm of closeness. An uncanny sense of belonging enveloped her as she embraced a role as old as time, woven into the very fabric of a cycle that promised care and solace. The silence enveloped us, heavy with the gravity of our concealed truth, an unvoiced bond that pulsed between us. Ethan's voice shattered the stillness, a blend of awe and uncertainty lacing his words. "We need to talk about this," he said, his words hanging in the air laden with the weight of what had just transpired. The room pulsed with a new energy, the once electric intimacy dissolving into a heavy, thoughtful silence that hung in the air like a thick fog. The TV, once just a passive observer of our lives, now loomed ominously, its silent, flickering images taunting us with an unsettling presence. We rose, the chill of the floor a sharp reminder of the harsh reality that awaited us. Lana was the first to respond, her voice steady and deliberate, as though she had foreseen this moment, this very conversation. "Indeed, we do," she conceded, her gaze darting between Ethan and me, searching for the words that would connect our actions with comprehension. The burden of our secret pressed heavily upon me, a silent truth that bound us in shadows, a reality we could never unveil, never dare to speak of aloud. It was ours, a connection that now entwined us in this daring transgression. This profound bond, a tapestry woven with threads of beauty and dread, held within it the weight of its own implications. Ethan's eyes locked onto mine, a storm brewing within them, searching for something, maybe a glimmer of reassurance, or perhaps an answer to the chaotic whirlwind of emotions that raged inside him. I extended my hand, fingers intertwining with his, a silent promise of unity, a bond forged through our shared journey. "I know," I murmured, my voice barely above a whisper. "This is overwhelming." And as we shifted, we formed a loose circle, each of us feeling the weight of the moment. The physical act had reached its conclusion, yet the emotional odyssey was only just commencing. The intimacy had faded, giving rise to a silence that enveloped them, a paradox of comfort and suffocation that lingered in the air. We stood shoulder to shoulder, our breaths intertwining, a tangible echo of the bond we had just forged. Yet, beneath the surface, a tide of guilt surged, tangled with confusion, as the weight of what this truly meant for us began to sink in. Lana inhaled deeply, her aura radiating authority even in this quiet moment of contemplation. "What we've done," she began, her voice measured and deliberate. "It's a truth that eludes the grasp of society, yet it's a truth we must unravel within ourselves." Ethan nodded, his eyes wide with disbelief, grappling with the weight of the moment. I felt close to you both," he admitted, his voice heavy with emotion. "Yet, what price must be paid?" The question pierced the air, slicing through the intricate layers of our relationship with a chilling precision. The heaviness of our connection pressed down on me, tangled now in the aftermath of this deed. "Perhaps the price we pay is the deeper understanding of one another," I proposed, my voice a fragile bridge seeking to mend the rift, to unearth meaning in the chaos we had created. Lana's grip tightened around our hands, a seemingly simple gesture that pulsed with the weight of our tangled circumstances. "I can't bear the thought of losing what we have," Ethan said, his voice trembling, exposing the raw fragility of his youth. I nodded, a storm of conflicting emotions swirling within me. We must confront this head-on and unravel the path that lies ahead us. "We can't allow this to drive a wedge between us," I declared, my voice a solemn vow to them, to us. The silence enveloped us once more, heavy with the gravity of what we had just experienced together. A powerful wave of protectiveness washed over me, not only for them, but for the intricate bond we shared, a relationship that had evolved into something far more complex. I understood that we had to steer through this, to safeguard our connection, our love as a family, from being consumed by the darkness of this closeness. As the night deepened, the room tightened its grip, transforming into a cocoon where we were forced to face the weight of our choices. We lay there, bodies entwined, the warmth between us a vivid echo of the passion we had just ignited, a testament to the love that had always bound our souls together. Lana shattered the stillness once more. "We need to set boundaries," she declared, her voice unwavering and resolute. Yet a shadow of sorrow lingered, a deep ache for the simplicity that had slipped through our fingers. "This must transcend mere desire. It must delve into the depths of understanding, a journey to explore the intricacies of our bond in a way that nurtures and strengthens us both." Ethan bared his soul, revealing his deepest fears and wildest dreams, and we leaned in, truly absorbing every word, sensing his desperate longing for connection, for the feeling of being truly seen. We made a pact to engage in more of these conversations, to cultivate our connection through open dialogue and the richness of shared moments. The conversation shifted, delving into the vital essence of privacy, the sanctity of personal space. "We'll respect each other's boundaries," Lana declared, her voice steady and resolute. As I gazed at them, a profound respect washed over me, a wordless pact forged in the fires of our shared journey, a testament to the growth we had all undergone through this experience. We discovered that love manifested in countless ways, that empathy could mend the deepest scars, and that even in the bleakest hours, a glimmer of hope awaited, guiding us toward clarity and peace. A deep bond enveloped me as I embarked on this journey, a love that had transformed into something intricate, woven with threads of understanding and respect. A fire ignited within me, a promise I was determined to uphold as I stepped into the unknown. This transcended mere physicality. It was a profound bond, a testament to the lengths we would traverse to safeguard each other's joy and solace. This was a journey of discovery, a deep dive into the essence of one another's desires, transcending the mere labels of mother, sister, and brother. The air hung heavy with the intoxicating scent of us, a palpable reminder of this fleeting moment. Yet, amidst the uncertainty, a profound tranquility settled between us, an unspoken pact that we had crossed into uncharted realms of our bond. A weight settled on my shoulders, a duty that transcended mere physical care. I was compelled to cultivate this connection, to deepen the understanding that had evolved into something richer, more intricate than I had ever imagined. As I lay there, the night unfurling into the dawn, a stirring realization washed over me. This was not the end, but a thrilling beginning. Embracing the reality of what had transpired, and understanding its significance for us, marked the crucial first step in our journey through this uncharted chapter. I would cherish them, shield them from harm, and dedicate myself to their joy, even if it meant bearing this hidden truth, this extraordinary love, within me for all eternity. It was a tale woven from the threads of our lives, a captivating journey into the depths of companionship, where love took shape through tender care, soothing comfort, and an unbreakable vow to stand by one another through every storm.